All right, so we're here for another mobile reasoning. This time we're talking with, boy, a blast from the past, but a present in the present. We're talking to Mr. Do. Now, a lot of you might not know Mr. Do, but believe me, by the time we finish this interview or this reasoning, because it's not going to be an interview, you will remember who this individual is. So, Mr. Do, blessings, man.
Blessings, man. Welcome.
It's a pleasure for me to sit down here in front of you.
Right.
You historic figure. You know what I mean? It is you have shaped reggae music in such a way.
Help to shape it.
No, man. There's a lot of things you have done that has shaped reggae music.
Okay.
When we talk about people you have discovered, people who you worked with, people who you put into the studios.
Right.
That weren't in the studios before.
Right.
That's shaping because those people right now carry the swing.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
But we're not going to start there.
Okay.
We're going way back when you're eye there and your knee.
Right.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Kingston. I was born at Victoria Jubilee.
Yeah.
1958.
Okay.
So a beautiful woman named Ella Carr.
Okay.
Alright, a woman I love dearly, my mom. That is. I grew up in Western Kingston.
Okay.
What
part of Western Kingston?
Chestnut Lane. I used to run up and down in Tivoli Garden, Denham Town, you know what I mean? All of those places coming back.
Okay.
So Matches Lane, Printer Street, Love Lane, and all of those places.
Local
so,
and them places.
Yeah, man. So I know downtown.
Your stamping ground.
Yeah, I grew up downtown.
Okay. Okay. So you grew up downtown when Top Hat and them things that wear, or what?
What is Top Hat again?
Yeah. Okay. When we know the hats from the British used to wear.
Oh yeah, man. That's not the weatherman. That's not the weatherman that you're talking about.
Well, I don't know the colloquial name for it, but I can draw a name of a piece of clothing from back in the day now that I know going to bring your memory back. Tarzan shoes.
Oh yeah, the rubber shoes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I remember the Tarzan one.
Anybody out there that know Tarzan shoes, leave a comment.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you're going way back.
Yeah.
Right? So,
that is way back.
All right. So, back in Western Kingston, you grew up just downtown.
Right.
What were the things that you can remember that you were saying, boy, remember them days there?
To be honest, my past was my youthful days, I should say, was one of them rough ones, you know. Because, yeah, man, I used to be a runaway kid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot in my past that I wouldn't forget, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that I still remember today.
Right.
And because it helped to shape who I am today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So growing up as a runaway kid, because my father was one of them beater, only beater them junk.
Yes.
So when him come in and junk and from here at the door and him knock the door, I just open the window and run through the window same way. So I go to bed with my clothes.
Yes.
As him come to the door, I'm hear him start twunk, I'm kind of speak like a foreigner when him junk.
Yeah.
So I just pull the door a few minutes, jump through the window, and sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks.
Oh, where is it? Just out?
Yes, man. I was on the road, sleeping at the Coronation Market, hop the Mayflower buses used to run about the place. I remember where Lizard Town is now. Was an open land. There was a rum factory there.
Okay.
Alright? Before Lizard Town built there. I used to sleep into that open land.
I mean, it makes sense that it's still a survival thing right now on the street.
Yeah, and you can't do it alone.
You can't do it alone. You have to have a network.
Exactly.
And even when you get now, you become professional and things, you're still networking.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still networking. You still have to run with a certain crew. You still have to do a certain thing and keep yourself up as a professional.
Yeah.
Same type of deal. So it's a thing where you learn on the street and you apply it to your life. Because when you think about what you have accomplished in life, it's the same mentality you use. Come straight up.
Right.
You surround yourself with a certain type of people that will bring you up to another level.
Right.
And then now you get to a point where you start bring up everybody else.
Exactly.
See? That's how you go?
Exactly. That's what you learn, you start use it.
Exactly. So now, as Juby, when did Juby decide, say, boy, well, let me put it this way. What were the things that were exciting Juby at that time?
I used to I used to notice guys wearing them Clark's boot and them arrow shirt and everything, and I always wanted to look clean. You know what I mean? Because of course, being a runaway kid, you're barefoot and sometimes the one suit of clothes for days and stuff like that. So I start to push cart. Them time you have John R. Wang used to be at Orange Street and Bar Street those days when I was a kid. And I used to go and carry the market bags, help people to their car with their bags and stuff, get my little change, save it up. You know, I remember buying my first Bata crepe at Bata at Orange Street and West Queen Street. People call that Spanish Town Road, but it's West Queen Street. Alright, because Spanish Town Road, if I remember correctly, start from West Street back. So that is the part there to Orange Street is West Queen Street. So Bata used to be right in the corner. And I remember buying my first pair of Bata right there, which I saved to buy.
That must have felt like
so that was a kickstart for me.
The world.
Because I wanted to look good like everybody else, but then I just couldn't. And I decided not to go back home. You know what I mean? Actually, it's off the street I live and go and learn a trade.
What was the trade?
Motorcycle repair, mechanic.
No, we're going to jump real quick.
Yeah.
Because I know about your motorcycle days.
Right.
You were crazy
on
a bike.
Yeah.
You used to do some stunts back in the day that man still can't do nowadays.
Right.
The whole Bronco thing and the whole spin and the infinity.
Yeah.
Infinity burn and all them things. That was all you.
Right, I used to do those things,
Coming to a halt on your front wheel.
And the same one wheel thing and all that.
Yes, man, wheelie and all of them things. That was you. You were wheelie and a dilly dally said we.
Crazy, don't it?
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
So anyway, so you trade as a bike mechanic now.
Right.
Is that something you learned from someone, or did you go into a trade school? Or?
No. What happened? I was so desperately want to be better than who I am at the time. You know what I mean? And I tried to do something that was beneficial or rewarding at the time. And I figure more than less to. And I used to like riding bikes. So in order to have a transport or a bike to ride up and down, I just, a friend of mine who was learning trade there from Papi, pass on now, but he took me around the bike shop. In those days when the bike came into Jamaica, down by that is Princess Street and Bar Street, if I remember correctly. Issa used to be the one who bring in all the bikes them, and we used to go down there and fit up the new bikes them and all of that. But still learn trade up by Lovely in that Water Theatre.
So you would assemble the bikes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All the bikes and that come the 175, the CB200, the 354, the Z and the S90 and the what you call that, big head and the C50, which is the one before the big head. Yeah.
So you ever work on the Vespa?
I don't remember which bike is
the Vespa's that might have been before that time.
Yeah, maybe the Vespa.
Like the history and something learned.
Is it the Triumph? Because the Triumph is have different names.
The Vespa had a very big advertisement thing in Jamaica in the 40s and 50s.
Oh, that was before.
And but into the 60s, and then it just kind of
died out, fade out, right?
Yeah. But anyway, so you start putting bikes together. You start learn bikes. It became like bike was an extension of you,
right?
Because everybody knew that dude was crazy on a bike, right? Now that grew a different type of personality for you. Now you were becoming the man, right? What happened after that?
The bike was a very good start for me personally, because now in those days, most of the what you call it now, the street figure, the known street guys used to ride a bike. So most of the bad men them, most of the low income sort of people them would ride a bike, in those days. And they have some uptown guys to ride bike, but the bike was really what helped to bring me into a different realm of life, a different place where I get to meet different type of people, especially like, for example, musicians, jockeys. Now those people to fix the jacket them bike, a lot of the musicians them bike, and a lot of the so-called stepper them bike at that time. So it bring me into this popularity then with different people.
So that you were the go-to man now for fix the bike now?
Yeah, man.
And the bike was the thing at the time?
Yeah, so I fix a lot of those guys' bike and all of that, and so I get known among those guys.
So now, give me like an entertainer whose bike you used to fix now.
I used to fix Greggory's bike. I used to fix most of the entertainers who ride bike sometimes.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Big Youth, Dillinger. I mean, all the guys ride bike sometimes.
Yeah. Like you, Ryan, and man.
No, I never remember fixing a bike for you, but I
ride. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I know, like all the S90 skank and all that thing, you just assume that you are used to ride bike.
Yeah, I used to fix the S90 them as well.
S90, I remember you mentioned it just now. Alright, so now you become popular amongst the
musicians,
people who are in the in crowd.
Right.
But them time they didn't think about music.
No, I wasn't thinking about music.
Right.
So, and I knew nothing about music then.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
How old were you around that time?
I would say maybe about 17, 18, somewhere there.
Huh?
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, man.
So you became popular at that young age?
Yeah, man.
Based on your trade?
Yeah, because I was very small in body, and the 354 them was some big bike, and the 750s, and I used to ride them bike up on the wheel fast up and on the place. Yeah. And so people used to admire that for just the size, this little guy and this big bike.
Yes.
And I mean, like even Nicodemus, for example. That's how I get so close to Nicodemus in his days, because he said, boy, where am I going to talk about this little man on this big bike? Oh, younger than big bike. You know what I mean? Nicodemus was like,
that's a father Demus.
Yeah, man. Nicodemus, man. Godfather himself, yeah, man.
Nice. Alright, so now, when did you decide? No. Because we know say years after that. But tell me the transition between fixing bike at 18, let's say 18, and let's say now your transition to New York. Because it's New York you went to first?
No, man. I first went to England.
England, okay.
No, I went to the Bahamas first.
Okay.
And then I came back to Jamaica. Then I linked up with Gregory them. And
what was in the Bahamas with you?
Well, the Bahamas was just visiting friends and all of that.
Okay.
Just hang out, you know what I mean?
You just did a stint over there?
Yeah, just hang out. You know? Okay. Not only that, I wanted to also feel what plane ride is all about. So the Bahamas, some friends.
And them time they're much easier?
Yeah, of course. So when I came back to Jamaica, still doing my bike thing, and Gregory was really a good person to me. You know what I mean? May his soul rest in peace. Gregory was really a person to take on to me, and Denis Brown. You know what I mean? And Gregory is the one who really helped me to leave Jamaica the first time.
Wow.
Went to England.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
So what did you do?
One day we was on Chancel Lane, and in those days Gregory, Denis Brown, and certain Ras don't eat meat and all of that. So this day was on Chancel Lane, and Delroy Wilson, Freddie McKay, all the guys are most there, because Chancel Lane was the place to be back then.
Okay.
As it relates to music. So I was there one day, and they were contemplating on Denis Brown to get some food. So I heard them, and I take time walk away to go Haywood Street and buy, I think it was 2 pound of snapper and a pack of crackers and some seasoning and thing. And I slid past them going to the yard to put on some steamed fish with crackers.
Yes.
So Denis Brown now smell the fish and come inside the yard. He used to call me D-Dado. So him step in now and smell the fish and say, D-Dado, you going so? I say, yeah, man. Him say, all right, cool, me call Toot. I used to call Gregory Toot.
Okay.
It's a cooler Toot. So him go out and call Gregory. And the man him come in and deal with the steamed fish and crackers. I mean, I really couldn't cook. Me just try something. But though the man them going over the food, I said, well, I feel like a big cook. But not only that, after the man them eat the food, them start contemplating who going to carry me on tour to cook. Because in those days now, you used to carry the chef.
Just one?
Yeah, just one steamed fish, just one steamed fish. Other than knowing me as a bike mechanic.
Right.
And I'll do stuff for them or whatever. But that day now, them start talk about, why, if we carry these dope on tour, you know. And Greg used to call me Papa. So I said, Papa, you don't have a passport. And I said, boy, no, I don't have a passport, you know, but there's a man named Son by King Street and North Street. You get your passport in about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
So I went back on one of them lane, I think it was Lovely, and I went and talked to our friend of mine because I didn't have the birth paper. So I go to my friend and ask him for lend me birth paper. And him say, yeah, what do you mean? So lend me birth paper, and I run up by him and say, I saw the 2 pictures and get my passport in 2 or 3 days. Never believe them, never take them serious.
Right.
When I took the passport back to them now, the man them grabbed the passport and a couple of days Greggory was going to England, I was on the flight. And tour with them a cook.
You see?
That time we have the steel, you know, and them kind of them musician, the flabber and them and them stylist cat and them Dwight Pickney and them people, and it was a good people, it was a good group, the Roots Radix.
So that it's going to say Roots Radix. So you toured with Roots Radix? Yeah,
man. And Gregory, the first time I went on tour was those people I went on tour with.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Is that where you got the bite, the musical bite?
Yeah, man, because the first time I ran in out on a stage in front of more than say 3,000 to 5,000 people was in the Rainbow, and I actually MC all the shows and 13 shows in England for the first time. Yeah, first time. Because what happened when we went to the venue, Dan Taylor was the manager at the time, and him couldn't find the MC, and him come with me and said, "Boy, you have to go MC that show right now." I said, I don't know about that. I said, I don't know about that. He said, yeah, man, we can't find the MC. But luckily, when we came off the plane, the tour bus that we went on, there was a Bob Marley video that we were watching. And I was watching the MC, how him introduced the band and introduced Bob and everything. And I just run on stage and just repeat the same thing. Tyan have a song by the name of Par With Me. And that was the top song at the time. And the band just start rolling with him. And I just start sing, "Par with me, let me show you Gregory. Par with me, let me show you Bingy." And start call out bassy and steel and everybody. If you love that, the Gregory say forward and the place bus. And the man will say, every show after this, so you have to do them. And they moved the tour to New York and they took me to do the same thing. Canada, the same thing.
So hold on.
Back up, right?
You see what happened? Preparation, meeting opportunity.
Yes.
Equal success, period. I mean, that's it.
And make use of it.
Yes, man.
And that's where Mr. Do button bird from.
That's where Mr. Do come from. No, you went on that. You went on that amazing tour, multi-country, multi-venue tour.
Yeah, man.
As a MC and a chef.
Yeah, as a chef.
So I want to know how now, because you have Super Do, you have Mr. Do label, you have the reputation of Mr. Do,
right?
Because that come long before the label,
right?
Because if I remember correctly, the label was named by Freddie McGreggor.
Yeah, when that label first came about, it was myself and Freddie and Buju and we're in a plane going to New York because they were doing the park show at the time in New York in Roy Wilkinson.
Yes.
Right, so we were, and I was coming from the Bahamas, myself and my wife from vacation. So we have to take the same plane now to New York. So me, Black and Marvel as well was on the flight as well. And Freddie, I said, "Boy, long time, you're not supposed to do some tune, man. We could do some tune for you, man." And Black and Marvel said, "Yeah, man, a tune, man, do we know the business guy, you know?" And so the labels come about. And right there on the plane, we just come up with the label. Black and Marley was saying, Scooby-Doo-Doo. Dennis Brown was on the flight too. It wasn't Buju, it was Dennis Brown. But Buju was on the show. And yeah, that's how the label started. No, that time Buju didn't come in.
No, then Buju couldn't come in that time.
No, Buju never come in.
But now the last time I was around you, the owner, Super D, came
there. Yeah, man.
And you were saying to him that it was him that you build your sound off.
Right, Super D, yeah, man, in New York, yeah, man.
How that though?
Well, when I used to visit Jamaica, because I used to do my studio session in Jamaica to buy penthouse and you know, music works and so on. So I used to go to Super D at parties. I think it was Wednesday night time by
Wednesday night, right? Yes.
They love the juggling.
Yes.
So of course in those days almost every producer have a sound. Of course me loving the sound thing from morning, we just go back to New York and just start put something together and just call it Super Do instead of Super D.
And Super Do became the biggest sound system. No man, I'm not saying no one of. I'm not saying the one of. You can say one of if you want.
Yeah.
But physically,
Yeah, it was a nice song.
The sound was the biggest
nice
that
song.
New York City.
Yeah, it was a nice one. I wouldn't say the biggest because there's big sound there.
I mean, you have African symbol and all these things, but it's when
there's a lot of big sound there about that.
When I go
Brooklyn, it was
Brooklyn,
baby for a lot of sound, but it was good.
When I go Brooklyn, no other sound now play.
But it was really.
Don't be modest. Right now, we just want to be real. We have a reason right now.
Yeah. But they're not going to take the credit. You know what I mean?
It's alright, but you control Brooklyn.
Yeah, the song was popular. I must say that.
The song was popular.
Yeah, it was.
When you have a black party, everything else locked down.
Yeah. Police on the roof, bus stop, running on Brooklyn, Church Avenue, locked down, everything like that. Yeah, man.
Everything locked down.
Yeah, man, that's true.
And it's something when me witness.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So back in '87, when I started my song with Tony Gold, Delta Force, it's you me had in mind.
Okay.
Because when I heard your song and how sweet it was. Because I don't know who your engineer was.
Slick Finger, man.
Slick Finger.
Virgin, good you.
Big up Slick Finger.
Yeah, man. Good you. Yeah, man.
Hey, that sound that we talk on the microphone.
I'm next level now, because it's a theme sound.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. Slick Finger sound in next level now, man.
You see,
if you listen to the quality, you can know.
All right. Me ever make you know when me say shape, right?
Yeah.
What was Slick Finger doing before he became an engineer on your song?
He was playing a friend of mine's song, you know. Actually, it's you. Let me met that person. I don't remember the song name now, but he was playing a song before.
He was playing a song before. When did he become an engineer?
When?
Sound engineer.
Well, he was a sound engineer before.
Before?
Me. Yeah, man.
Because I to how he won him skits. He was young.
Yeah, but talented, man. Yeah, man. Can't take that
you
from him.
You pick him up.
Yeah, man.
And it's like it changed the landscape of sound things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's true. Can't take that from Slick. I tell you, Slick was very good at that.
Yeah. So Slick Finger now. You picked him up and he became your engineer. Was he exclusively your engineer?
Yeah, man. Exclusively Super.
How long did Super Do last?
Super Do did a couple of years. I don't remember the number of years now.
Yeah.
But we've been around for quite some time.
Yeah. Is it still playing now?
Years. No. Someone talk about my house in Brooklyn.
Okay. Yeah. When did you start to go into the studio? Because I know the label started on the plane, like you were saying earlier.
All right.
But when did you decide, okay, I'm going to take this thing seriously?
I think that was in about 1988, if I remember correctly. And shortly after that, man, because I went and looked for Ira Mary a couple of days after that, which is who designed the label.
Okay.
Right? And quickly, in a couple of days, we come up with the idea. And I was just anxious to get it started. So I just grabbed the person and showed me and just run with it.
So what was the first song you produced?
The first song I think was New Gun for Bus by Ninja Man.
That was yours?
Yeah, man. New Gun for Bus by Ninja Man.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I mean about shape? Alright. When them time the Ninja Man are the hottest thing.
Hottest thing, yeah, man.
So how the first song you made was with the hottest artist?
Yeah.
The first, how is that possible?
One of the things that I used to do, my method was to always find somebody who knew the artist.
Yeah.
Because of course I never know all the artists. And I always link with somebody who knows the artist. So for example, when I come to studio, you know what I mean, the youths them is why I'm out with them. Those who do the dub plates and who play sound and you know what I mean, and everybody knows somebody. You know what I mean? Or somebody knows everybody. You know what I mean? So I would always try to have money to pay the top guy because to the label was just coming. One of the things that I try to do is get name brand persons only.
Okay.
And it costs a little more. But I learned from then that being around Gregory, because all of my skills is on Gregory. Gregory, Robert, Denis and those type of people. So I grew up within the business. Lego Bees and all them who know the business.
Yes.
So I learned a lot from Courtney Jackson, being in cash and carry among an African music man, just being among the family. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot. So one of the things that I noticed is when you record name brand artists, you don't have to go and beg a DJ to play the song, whether sound or radio. Right, you don't have to pay for promotion because the guy's already a name brand artist, and of course he can sell himself. It's only that when you got to record him now, based on the connection that leaded to him, it may cost you a little more than the other person. But it works well for me.
But you took a chance with Ninja Man and it worked.
Well, it wasn't a chance because Ninja Man was very popular then. Because the thing was Stuart songs and those kind of things that he was doing was really ripping up the place. So what I did when I did the New Gun for Boss, I did over Train to Zion. Train to Zion is coming, and not only that, Linval was here because I knew Linval from John J. Days because John was for Bridget. You understand what I'm saying? So I team up now with Sagaled and Melon, who used to hang out with do a lot of John J. work, them studio work, them and team. And a lot of the artists them cockatoo and all Little John and them and then bringing them on the same way.
That song Train to Zion is why that's a classic, you know.
Yeah, man.
We give them more than
you know that lyrics come about?
Tell me.
We negotiate the price of the song with Ninja Man.
Yeah.
And when he gave me the price, I said, boy, that's too high.
Yeah.
You know? And I say, yo man, you know, you're not on a nut man, a good deal up man and there and we'll finish talking and say, yo, where about it man? Just give me the XXY. And I say, yo, that's more than you bargained for. And I say, that's how the song come in. And I say, I give you more than I used to wear chains and say you have spanglers chain on your neck and a blur. Out the road, your Chris rent a car. All those are true stuff. I'm rent a car outside and I have a chain from my neck. Of course, I'm associated with downtown. Spanglers, whatever, which really are there to be what I mean, you know. And that's what I need.
So that was real lyrics?
Real lyrics, real thing. Real thing.
But you said with me about shaping the thing. Alright, now let's talk about discovery. So you worked with Ninja Man, you worked with Cockatoo, you worked with all kind of different individuals at the time.
Right.
But who was your first discovery?
As a new artist?
Yes.
What was it again? I can't remember now, to be honest.
Alright, give me somebody that you discovered.
Oberman. Okay, I'll say that, to be honest. I can't.
Alright, here's a rumor I heard, right? That there was a certain singer who was a DJ at the time or something, but him did really down on his luck. And you clean him up and bring him into studio. And that man is one of the greatest singers now. In everything.
Who is that?
George Nooks.
Oh yeah man, George Nooks was a star before I met him. I mean, I knew George Nooks way before from Prince One days.
Okay.
And I'm on Joe Gibbs and all that. So everybody was downtown and all of that. So I'm on the type of person that won't take the credit for certain things. So people can hype what they want to hype, but me I keep it real.
But me,
so
I was trying to say what me know.
No man, George Nooks was a star before I met him, or before I get so close to him. But when I think with me and George Nooks, me and George Nooks is like family. And I used to be into it. I used to date George Nooks' sister by the way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I used to go to his house and his mom very well. You know what I mean? And George Nooks used to hang out. You know, and George Nooks used to in and out and trouble here and there. You know what I mean? And every time him come about it, me and him see me. So you know, me and him always. So every time him come out, I'm troubles, you know what I mean? Him link me, or me, you know, we link up in some way, shape or form. We always go to the studio. You know what I mean?
No, so, you
we always make a good tune. Always may find a good tune with George Nooks. It's not the first, not 1 or 2 or 3 recorded with George Nooks. It's always something good. Yeah man, good artist.
I remember talking with you some time ago, and you were telling me that there was a certain entertainer who you go back 50 years with. And I said, well, come we go see right now. And it's Freddie McGreggor.
Right.
When Freddie saw you and you saw Freddie, it was like two little youths who don't see each other in so many years.
Yeah, true.
The amount of stories that night, I swear me forget. Matter of fact, it was that night that Freddie challenged me and said, Charles, never you be without your camera again. Look how much things you have missed.
That is true. I
remember that?
Yes, man, I remember.
Why, I tell you, that link with Freddie was golden.
Yeah, man.
And we've been back there since, and it's not changed.
Right. Good you.
Freddie does
Years, many years.
cool them with.
Many years.
Who else were you cool with like that?
Greggory, as I said before,
Yeah,
Denis Brown, Bob Marley was really a person who treat me like him own brother. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, the first big money I ever owed in my life, Bob give me that. Bob
Really?
give me checking at those days in my teens was $16,000 about Whoop Road.
How you say?
Yeah, man, I was jail and Bob come from, man. Bob was my virgin. Bob was a man that really checked for me and leave me out.
Huh.
Like Trinity locked me up and Bob come for me. Yes, man. They had me detained out of Central, man, and Bob come. That foreigner gets me to jail, and then come the Sunday, and then we were from the airport at out the same stop by a box food and cigarette bring come give me, and never ease up opportunity to get me out.
How you say?
Yeah, man, Bob wasn't burden. I remember said Bob records were right by Decent Street and King Street somewhere about.
Right. Yes.
So all the music people was downtown.
So long before you got into music, you did in music. I mean,
I never know it.
Exactly. You just know say you did in the center of the thing.
Yeah, because one of the things that is key in a chart is when you live good with people, when you respect people and give people their respect that due unto them. And for me, I may have problems with persons out of the music fraternity, but in the music industry, I don't think you have much people can say bad about me. You know what I mean? And only since Gregory died, I never really jump around like I should. Like how he and I used to jump around. And I kind of beat myself for that still, but it happened already. What can I do?
That's how I go.
I never plug in as I should because me and him really close. And out of all our Greggory friends, I know it's surprising to some people. Even some of my family for not seeing me around as we used to before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes it goes like that.
That's how it goes.
Like that. Sometimes no hard feelings. You haven't done anything wrong. I don't do anything wrong, but it happens like that sometimes. Yeah.
Or about Shaggy?
Well, I knew Shaggy for quite some time. I think I met Shaggy through Sting, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I don't quite remember that, but Shaggy and I was cool. Used to have like some little college gigs, and Shaggy will come and support. You know what I mean? That was even before the Bombastic song. You know what I mean? No, Carolina was the first song. Carolina was the first song. That was before them time.
Okay.
You know, and even when Bombastic and Carolina out, is I usually the humble just always support. So even the long parts that you talk about, is that man that just come through and come hold the mic and done the place and gone.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, them just come through. We do that. And come and just say, yo, pass me a pass, you know. And we just nice up the place and leave.
You know,
what I mean?
And you know, so the man stay the same way.
Yeah, good youth, man. Very
a humble man still.
Very good youth, very good youth.
When you see what he's doing with Buster Banton and all that, all when them try to throw him under the bus, the man does easy.
You can't keep a good man down, you know? And
That's
you
true.
can't take from a person what he's doing to them.
True.
You know what I mean? All of us have our ways and we're not perfect people. But what is doing to a man, you can't take.
True.
And a youth that really is a good youth at heart.
True.
You can tell you that from
Yeah, man, you can see that. You can see that. You can see that.
There's a person that I have the opportunity to grow amongst and live among for quite some time. And Shaggy does a good youth. You can't take that from him.
Give me some other people in the industry who, I mean, you said Gregory, Denis, Freddie, but give me some other mentors or people who you are around that kind of shaped you and helped mold you into who you are today.
All of those names that I call, you know, because they all played a part, you know, into my upbringing as it relates to music. You know what I mean? And one of the things that I admire the most is that I wasn't anybody that they know from any long distance off. You know what I mean? But they accept me, I guess, based on my attitude. You know what I mean? I guess they still accept me and still, you know what I mean? I don't think because I want to fix by it, but I think maybe there's some other, you know what I mean? Sometimes people like when people humble or people can reason with you or can reach in one way or another. You know what I mean? So all of those people helped to shape my life, and I will call the names them all over again, the very same name. The same Freddie there, the George Nooks and all of those people who look up to or who teach me the business, because I learned something from every one of those persons. Every one of them.
Okay.
Like Bob, for example, when Tommy was I think was his the
road manager.
The road manager. You know, I sat in meetings with Bob, Jacob Miller and them people, and when I listen to all them and they plan and shape them thing, I just sit and learn from them. You know what I mean? And that is why, you know, when I get a certain level in the music, I learn that every contract that or every advance that I receive, I don't just run up to the studio and everything. I put piece of property on the side. You know, try to, because that's what I heard them say. You hear these things.
Hey, learn that, you know.
You know what I mean?
Learn that, you know. You hear what the man just say a while ago. You can't just put back all your money into the thing.
Yeah.
Because music is a chance.
Yeah.
Music is a chance. Property is not.
Yeah.
Property will always win.
It can't be real estate. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I learned that from those guys, you know. Sit with King Jammins too as well. In the last days, you know, last period of time before I kind of take a break from the music and learn a lot when I listen to them, because I'm a listener, and because I don't profess to know the music like a lot of other persons. I listen to those persons, Jack Scorpio, listen to them, Lee Perry, you know what I mean. I listen to them, you know what I mean, and you learn so much that you realize that music is something that can build you and it can break you. You understand? You can gain and you can lose. You know what I mean? So I guess when you find yourself with a song or a season or some time in music,
the momentum.
Like, you just kind of use what you're making wisely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I see a lot of these young youths now chase the dollar sign and they really don't get it. Business. I mean, some of them get it, you know. Some of them get it because some of them have diversified their funds and all kind of things like that, and that is the way to go. Right. And I by seeing elders like yourself and some other people when me grow around, the ones who diversified their funds are standing tall now, and then the ones that always put their money back in, they don't have anything to show for it now. You know, and it's sometimes it's sad, but the lessons when you learn is continuously being taught. So if a person don't pick it up, it's really their fault. Right. I love, like you said, like you do, I love listening and love seeing example and seeing how this work and seeing how that work. And I say, okay, we can duplicate that or make it better.
Exactly.
Right? So it makes sense. And the way you reason right now why I just feel blessed to be able to catch this on video, because somebody else is going to hopefully somebody is going to learn from this, because what you're saying is good, right? Now, you spoke about taking a break from the music industry. Are you still on that break?
No, you know, I'm not on that break as it relates to where my mind is. But physically, I'm not in the studio right now. But I have a lot of plans in place. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I just got myself 2 hard drive recently. You know what I mean? A backup drive and work drive and all of that, because I'm going back. The music is really what I know. Yes. For the little time that I'm not in it long, like, you know what I mean, a lot of persons, but for the little time that I started and where I am today, and what I heard, what it has done for me, you know what I mean, I can't keep it by. That's right. You know what I mean? I have to still try to help or do as much as I can to keep the flag waving. No, I love it. I love it. Because I tell you, there is your space is there. Right. I mean, there's so many people that want to see you come back. Right. Every time I've seen you introduced to someone, like when you call George Looks on the phone that night, I say, yo, where there? We need you back here. Freddie said the same thing. Right. Everybody that sees is misado. First thing they do is what it is doing. Next thing, what you there? What you do? What we can do? What we can. And I mean, it's the same thing with the whole Shaggy family. Right. I mean, them just love you up. It's like your Uncle Do to everybody. Right. And now you're saying you're going back in. Boy, it's going nice. Yeah, it's going nice. I hope so. That man is humble, man. No, it's not. That is the truth, because some people speak as if them have it so locked down that whenever time they want to make a hit, they can make it. It's not true. Right. You understand what I'm saying? True. Because I've been away for so long. It's made not just a cakewalk to jump back in it and pick up a hit song right now. You understand what I'm saying? Even though you have all these artists waiting for you. Yeah, yesterday's gone. True. True. You know what I mean? Yesterday's gone, today's here. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the old genre, that I mean, you know, the music changed so much where you just have to really know how, you know what I mean, and really try to find the way of how to get back his feet.
Have you worked with Buju?
Hey, Buju, man, Buju's story is a long, drawn-out story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buju burned me out every time him see me. If him see me right now, burned me out see me. When Buju first come into the studio, I had the opportunity to voice him.
Yeah.
I actually give Buju taxi fare to go back home from the studio and no voice him.
Oh, yes, sir.
So when me leave and come and foreign and Buju bus now, when me come and Jamaica and see me say, boy, I do. You see what I'm going on now? Because I never used to voice him.
Yeah, yeah.
So I lost out big with Buju. You know, so but Buju is still my virgin, you know, it's a good youth.
Yeah.
It's one of them youth that were clean towards people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't beat that. They come in the money with so much fame and still humble.
Yes.
I definitely admire to that.
See.
You know what I mean? So,
who would you want to work with now?
To be honest with you, for me, as it relates to music, any person that have a good song,
Yeah.
or something a song that I believe that people will listen to, or a song that can really shape people's mind or their lives, or a song that can motivate somebody or really send a good or a positive message. I don't care the age, I don't care, you know what I mean? Once a person vocal can make it to the rhythm, I will definitely call the person.
Because I mean, with your history and all of your networking that has been done over the years, I mean, you're going to have certain ins that, like, say, if I go pick up a thing and say I want to become a producer, I'm not gonna have them ins there, because you have your
track record,
right? And I mean, for me, my favorite tune when you do was Rikers Island. I swear I cut a hole in that LP when I played, because we played over and over, and because for me it was one of the perfect records.
For New York.
Well, I don't know about for New York. I was in DC at the time.
Yeah.
And when that song came out, we played because at that time enough of them Virginia did I go upstate. Enough of them did I go upstate. Right? As a matter of fact, at that time, one came out of his vacation and said to me, Charles, you are not one of them people. If me see you around here so at the band, me will shot to myself. Right?
Yeah.
And I give my life and say, yo, I don't need that. Right? And went another way, did the sound thing, enjoyed the part there. Of course, you know that come with a little, roughness every now and then, but nothing that would lead me down that line. But that song was so real to me, because me never want to go Rikers Island, you know. Because have you spent any time in Rikers Island?
Oh yeah, man. I spent maybe about 3 months in Rikers Island.
Yeah, that was a rough time.
Yeah, and kind of keep quiet, didn't let a lot of persons when I produce the song.
Yeah.
That was the last place I was looking for to reach. But
Right. Lessons you've learned, not from individuals, but from your life, that you would say, okay, never again.
I've learned a lot of things, but I think maybe where I'm at now, at my mature age right now, I think I definitely wouldn't get involved in a lot of negative energy or negative stuff that I got into, like badness and all, you know what I mean, gang thing and all, you know what I mean. I definitely would want that road.
Them days are done.
No, that road again. Yeah, I mean, would want that road again.
What was it then that at the different times when you just knew your back was against the wall? You just knew that, boy, this could be it. What was it in you that made you say, not today?
I always look at what I achieve in life. And I look at what I went through to achieve what I achieved. And I keep on reminding myself that these things won't come easy. You understand? So I used to have a line in Kenny Rogers' song that I use all the time. I said I must know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, when to run. Simply mean I know when it's time to draw the line in my life. And so for a lot of stuff that I went through, you know, I wouldn't even look that way right now.
See.
The burn is not that easy. The burn that comes with certain lifestyles, you know, cut it.
Makes no sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Now, Uncle Doom nowadays is completely a different image of your old you. What are the things that are keeping you excited now? What are the things that gets your blood happy now?
When I can counsel youths and encourage a youth not to walk the road I walk, not to do the things I used to do. You know, I wasn't a bad man. You know what I mean? I used to follow people and get involved with other persons, and you know what I mean. And if I can encourage somebody today, like the youth of today, who will listen, because some will listen, some don't. I would tell them, don't even try to walk a certain way. You know what I mean?
Do you do that?
Yeah, on a daily basis I do that because I currently working with youths.
Is that
yeah, I work with youths on a daily basis, and I encourage youth, I counsel youths and all of that. I'm in the church.
Oh, nice.
You know? Yeah, so I'm a Bible believer. You know, I believe in the Word of God, and I am grateful that God allowed me to still be alive today, so I can look back on my yesterday.
Yes.
Because when I roll back the curtain, I don't wish to go back there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I bless God for the knowledge, what I learn and know, you know what I mean, about real life and about real people. And so how I used to treat people back in the days, I wouldn't dare to even think about doing that now. And some of who used to treat me badly, I still don't have them up. You know what I mean? Because I was no good at issue either. And some have done me wrong and I still don't have them up because I was no good at issue either. You know what I mean? Still look where I put my foot, however.
Yes.
I don't close my eyes and cross the street.
Yeah.
I still look left and right. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
You know, because there's still somebody out there who don't care whether you go to church or you going to deal with the bubble jet them or wherever. If them see you, it's going down.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm very conscious of that. So even though I'm a church person and still, you know, change my life and trying to live, I still have to remember.
Yes,
very
I
important to
understand.
look when you cross in the street.
Yes, man.
Like if you close your eyes, something will hit you. Read between the lines.
Yes, absolutely. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. Now, when you are working with these youths now, are there any times when you say, can't get through to the youth? What me I gonna do?
Yeah, man. There's many a times I came across youth that is stubborn, having them own way and all of that. I want to have their own way, and there's not much you can do. But you can't make them do what they don't want to do. You understand? But you just have to find a way how to counsel them through it. You know what I mean? For example, you may tell a guy or a youth, if you steal this, you're going to jail and you don't care. This is something more than you take it anyway. Because right now, at this minute, there's no jail involved. What is involved is the item that I want. You understand? So they are looking at the item and not looking at the consequences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to allow them to, you know, buck their toe on their own to realize. And sometimes some will listen after a time, but you just can't give up on them.
That's the point I wanted to
thing.
get to.
You can't give up on them. You have to keep on trying to say, hey, brother, don't do that, man. Or, you know, take them away if you can. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I have youths that I deal with on a daily basis. When I ask them to do anything, I pay them. And the rules of the institution is not for you not to pay them or to pay them, because I'm more like a father figure. But there's a thing called incentive. And you show you that you can do something and get something, but then go and take something and get yourself in trouble. Because the reverse will happen if you don't go about it the right way. You know, so for example, I asked a guy at work to, hey, do this for me. Especially in my car, if somebody wash my car, I give them 5 bills. Or if I do something in my room or in my corner or whatever, I give them 5 bills. Hold that. I'm not paying you because you're supposed to do it for free, but I'm helping you to understand that when you learn to do stuff, you have your job, you will get paid. And so you have to find a way how to teach them. You understand? And one of the greatest things, because right now where I work at, I have a job, I didn't tell you that, right? Where I work at, about 20 youths them that is on the job, they grow there, right? They were pretty much under the government umbrella, CDA banner. If you understand what I'm saying. And the manager who was there at the time, I told her I was going on vacation. I said, hire this guy. Let him work for the 3 weeks till I come back. And she did that, and he did well. And then when they were looking for someone else, I hire him. You grow him, hire him. And look and see if there's any reason why you wouldn't hire him. Because he's sitting for me when I was gone for vacation, and he act mature. He did everything according to the rules and everything. He didn't overindulge with the young men them. You know what I mean? He did everything maturely. So she hired him, and he's there hired now for maybe roughly 5 years.
Beautiful.
You know, so you grow him, hire him. So society can see that he grew up in this under this CDA, farmer CDA, I don't remember the name now, but you can hire him. There's another young man there right now that when I went out on vacation again, after I hired that one, I told her to put him to work for me while I'm out on vacation. And even up until today, that's maybe about 4 years ago. And every time somebody's off, them hire him. He's still living there. Every time somebody gone on vacation, they hire him. If somebody's running late for a day, they hire him. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So what happened? You grow them. So you hire them. So let society see that, look here, this young man grew here. From he was 16, now he's 24. He's working here. Was that bad with hire?
But that is why you see how the table can turn and the circle can come back around. Because basically the same thing happened to you when you were a youngster. You know?
Yeah. Somebody black somebody
saw something inside you and gave you the chance.
Exactly.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, man.
How has the Bible changed your life?
The Bible changed my life in such a way where I grew to trust what the Bible says. And I grew to believe what the Bible says. And I grew to have faith in what the Bible says. And that helped to shape my life differently, because I realize it's now not by might and power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. So everything don't based on the everyday doing anymore. If you can just wait and be of good courage. You know what I mean? So the Bible shaped my life by just obeying, patiently waiting for stuff to happen, and not just that, as the Bible said, don't be anxious for nothing, but in everything through prayer and supplication with your request we made known unto God. You know what I mean? So I definitely just wait. And being not on the scene in music, people may wonder, why do go to church and blah blah blah, but I'm not worse off, guys. You know, I'm not worse off.
Right.
You know, not being out there in the everyday, moving up and down the clubbing or whatever, I'm not worse off. You know what I mean? I'm still living an upful life, and I'm living a life that I feel like is pleasing. As a matter of fact, I used to feed the poor in the streets of New York before I even became a Christian. Because I grew up and see the same musician, the Gregory, the Bob Marley, and these people giving back to poor people.
Yes.
And it's always a conversation among us. How can they help the poor man? How can they give back to the needy? And so I did that in New York for many years. And I came to Jamaica, and I've been doing that every Sunday, not religiously, but every Sunday when we can afford. Sometimes 200 people, 250 people from Alpha Tree to New Kingston, downtown, Crossroads. We drive around and feed them with good food that we eat every single day. You know what I mean? We renovate schools. We go into the different community, toil, water house, all over the place, downtown, knock on doors, give wheelchair away, walker, medication, old people, food basket, and we just help out who we can, because that's what life is all about. And that's what I learned among these original persons who I grew up among.
And this is not something where you say like I have millions of dollars and so I can spend it on these things. This is hard working money.
Oh yeah.
That not that the millions wouldn't have been hard working, but this is money that is normal, everyday people money.
Yeah.
That you use, you turn that around and say, look, if I can have this, then I must be able to give a percentage to somebody to help somebody's life.
Yeah, man.
What is the name of the organization that you work with?
Ower Rescue Mission. I'm wearing a shirt right now.
Ah, okay.
Ower Rescue Mission.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a non-profit organization registered in Jamaica under the Charter Act and also in New York. So we're 501(c)(3)
Okay.
And that, yeah.
Okay.
We're still feeding people in Miami every week as we speak.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we're still doing what we're doing, man. But it's not a show thing, it's a hard thing.
Right.
It's something that we really want to do.
If it was a show thing, you'd get all kind of celebrities to do this with you
and you know
blow it up and put it on
George
TV.
Nooks also came a couple of events that we keep in Almonton and different places and sang for us.
Nice.
Yeah, man, and don't charge a penny. Big up, Sir Nooks. Yeah, man, don't charge a penny. Just come in, sing to song and cut. Yeah, man. Friends for life, man. Good youth, man. Good
Yes. Interesting.
His way of giving back is like, and I know him do otherwise.
Yes.
But when I call John for a charity show, if him have the time, he doesn't know.
In those moves.
I'm just gonna run to a tune and gone, man.
But that is mostly with anybody that you know.
Yeah.
Because they have a certain type of respect for you that is just, it's mounting.
And this is not putting money in my pockets. You know what I mean?
No, but this is not about putting money in your pocket.
Exactly, it's giving back. Yeah.
I really enjoy this reasoning, and I give thanks that you were able to sit down with me and chill.
Anytime.
We're going to do this more often. There's so much more about you that we'd love to hear.
Right.
And then we'd like to connect your story with all the other people that you've spoken about who are alive.
Right.
And go sit down with them.
Yep.
And do some reasoning with them.
Yep.
So I hope you will come with me sometime, and I can be on that side of the camera, and you and your brethren or you and your sister.
Right.
You know, we didn't talk about any females.
Right.
When you recorded and when you have, I mean, because everybody has musician stories, yeah? Do you have any stories on females?
In terms of what?
Like ones you've produced or...
Yeah, man, I did work with Lady Saw, well, she's now Marion.
Yeah.
Cecile, Sasha, who's also now still.
Sasha?
Yeah, man, wow. Sasha was my friend. Sasha and I used to work together as it relates to studio.
Okay.
Yeah, man, studio work, a lot of studio work together, writing song, trying to produce and all
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you worked with, good, so it was male and female, was it equal opportunity type of thing?
Yeah, man.
Gender equity is what they're talking about now.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
And not only that, what was that, Lady Mackerel?
Yes, Lady Mackerel.
When she was
Lady Mackerel back then, Macadamia now.
Yeah, man.
Macadamia, when come and get that story here.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, man.
Lady Mackerel. And these are just some people that you look forward to work with anytime, because the vibe was so neutral and so cool, and everybody respect each other. It's not no man or woman thing or no sleeper thing. That's straight respect.
The energy in a studio back in them days, it wasn't no me the up your son, you the down this. Me are the top artists in the world and you are nobody. It was all like a melting pot, like everybody that run boat them time.
It all depends, because some persons are never circumcised. Some person are frightened. Some person's songs just pull up in the dance one time, you can't talk to them. Some person song one time and some radio station, you can't talk to them again. So it all depends.
So that's a long time, so
different persons. Yeah, that's been going on, you never stop that.
One hit wonders.
Always been going on, you can't stop.
I thought it was a new thing.
No, man, that thing going on, man, you can't stop it. Because every person is different, you know?
True, that is very true.
Yeah, man, but you need some very good. Tony Rebel bought Ghana Seal to me for the first time before Ghana Seal started recording.
Really?
Yeah, man, I did that. I was the one who put over the first Ghana Seal song in New York. Never went anywhere at the time. Yeah. But I think it's called Business Talk or something like that, and I even put it in it a couple months later. But yeah, man, all those artists are humble artists.
Well, yeah, we know about Ghana, so sure.
Yeah, man, some good people I met in the business.
Yeah.
A lot of persons in my time will say I'm lucky. Because when I came out, I just came out with songs after
fire after fire. Because the Mr. Do label became so popular so quickly.
I'm one of those.
Within a year.
Producer. Yeah, still used to tease me on that still, you know. Yeah, man, still.
I thank you for allowing me to come and sit down and read.
Anytime.
And Give me your feeling about what I'm doing, about what Good News Jamaica is doing, about the whole purpose of Good News Jamaica.
I thought about it when I first spoke to you about it, and one of the things that came to my mind, you are not the only person doing it.
Right.
But I believe if you find a way of doing it where it's kind of different from everybody else, I believe that it is good, don't get me wrong, you're doing a good thing, right? And it's never too much to have journalists and persons who will do the news and all of those stuff, because we need that to get the work out there, because that's the only way a person's going to know what is happening,
right?
Is to really interview them and put them out there and stuff like that. I know we're always like myself. This is my first Jamaican interview.
Wow.
I've never interviewed in Jamaica before.
Wow.
I always dodge the interviews in the back of how I used to live.
Okay.
I never want to be seen on camera. You know what I mean? But you're doing a good thing, and I think if you continue to keep it up and just continue to just look for new ideas every day, the thing becomes boring.
Right, that's right.
Time,
Yeah.
Because then when you start just look or sound like everybody else, then who cares? Obviously Freddie, I love him. I'm gonna watch him Freddie there, so you know what I mean? But just find a way and find the right artists them and the right ideas and everything. That's a good thing.
Excellent.
Keep doing it.
Thank you, my brother.
Anytime.
Respect, man.